video, welcome back to my channel. Today we got a little makeup Q&A. My face routine has been pretty much the same for the past month or so. The eyes switch up a little bit, but I'm gonna do the one that I do the most today. Please don't look at my fingers. They're really going through it right now. I've been going through some nail troubles and I basically had to pay $130 for a manicure that came off in the next like 4 days, so it's fine. Also, have you guys had this? It's the root beer mushroom elixir. You can get it at Trader Joe's. It tastes just like root beer and it's like a healthier version. So stunning. But while I go through all my new makeup moments, I am going to answer some of your questions. So I went on Instagram and I did a little Q&A. First thing I always like to do are my brows, and Got To Be Glue is hands down my favorite brow gel that will keep my brows down for a long time, and I have pretty thick hair and they can get pretty stubborn sometimes. She'll last me all day long. Then I'll get a little clean spoolie. I got a pack of like 100 off of Amazon and now I just like rinse them off with water because I ran out of them and they're good as new. So you're gonna take a little small amount and we're gonna comb through the beast. I should probably get a question going, huh? The number one most asked question was about my move to LA, if I miss San Diego, how's everything going? First things first, I miss San Diego so much. I love San Diego, nothing compares. I definitely will be back, but I am loving LA. It's really cool up here. I have a lot of things to explore and discover. So many restaurants, which is really cool. I love the food up here. The food is insane. Also, going on walks now are so peaceful and relaxing, and you can hear birds, and I'm surrounded by plants, which I didn't get in the city, so that's a really nice switch up. I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of questions about this. So these bottom earrings are from M Jewelers, and then these top ones are from Studs. I love Studs. Really cheap. M Jewelers, one of my favorite jewelry companies. And then my rings, this is Gorjana, I don't know if I'm saying that right. This is the bird or whatever. It's the one that they like zing onto. And then this is also M Jewelers. It's a little S for my Stella girl. So I've been in San Diego since I graduated college. So I've been there for about 6 years and I really love it. And I feel like I know it like the back of my hand now. So I was like, it's time to just try something new. And we got an insane deal for this apartment, an unheard of deal. Also, when it comes to events and things that I do for work, everything is in LA. So it's nice just being up here and not having to drive 2.5, 3 hours. I feel like I won't stay here longer than a year though, but who knows? Because I was only supposed to stay at my apartment for a year and I stayed there for longer than that. Wipe off around the brow so that you don't have any of that icky excess around. Next question is a workout suggestion for the period girlies, if it's the time of the month for you. I am all about listen to your bod, and personally for me, I get extremely fatigued, I get really bad cramps, and I get really bloated when I'm on my period. None of that is fun to work out with, and I feel like my body's telling me to relax. She's going through so much already that I feel like working out is gonna add so much unnecessary stress on my body. If you ever have those days where you feel really fatigued and just like you need a break from working out, don't be hard on yourself and give yourself that day. We are women. Our bodies handle some crazy things, so it's okay to give it a day off once in a while. You're not gonna lose any progress and you can get right back to it. On my period, I feel like the first day or two, I am definitely not working out. It's when I'm the most tired, the crankiest. Yeah, I'm just definitely not gonna be in the gym those days. Our brows are laid down now. Now I'm going to kind of make a little base for my eyeshadow. We're gonna use the NARS concealer. This is in 2.3. Was fake tanned a week ago and I haven't since, so we're gonna do my lighter makeup. I have like 15 mirrors in front of me, but somehow I need another. Also, ignore this mess. This is the office / storage room until we find homes for everything in this house. Most of my brushes are the Makeup by Ariel and Morphe collab, or Sigma, or random Sephora ones, so I'll try to call them out, but if they're tan like this is the Makeup by Ariel Morphe collab. I'm just gonna lightly carve out my brow first. And then cover the lid with concealer. Next question is, what does wellness mean to you? Two things. I think one, taking care of yourself in the way that we all think, feeding yourself nutrients, hydrating, exercising, things that you learn in a book basically. But I also think that wellness has to do with your passions and what you love, because you could be the healthiest person in the whole wide world, but so unhappy with your life or just not fulfilled. And then it's almost like it doesn't even matter. Yeah, I would say it's two things. It's one, taking care of yourself in the way that you know you should, but in a way that you love. So finding the workouts that you love, finding the foods that you love, not just doing it for appearance and social standards, etc. Apple Music playlist. I've had an Apple, or not an Apple Music playlist, but I have a Spotify playlist. Maybe I can make an Apple one. I used to be an Apple Music girly a few years ago, and I switched over to Spotify because so many of you were Spotify. But I do have a Spotify sweat playlist. It's linked in my Instagram, those bios, you know the drill. Whoa. I've been Little Miss Dora the Explorer, and on my trips, I feel like so many of my makeup brushes have just gone missing here and there. I feel like I have them, I just need to locate them. I'm just gonna set my eye with this brush then. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Air Brush, this is a Charlotte Tilbury Air Brush Flawless Finish in the shade 1. And I'm just going to go over my eyes. Now the eyes are ready for some shadow. I'm gonna be using 2 palettes today. Both are the Makeup by Mario palettes. One is the Ethereal Eyes. I don't know why I have such a difficult time saying that word. Ethereal Eyes, and the Master Mattes. Moving on. When it comes to eyes, I love cool tones. I'm just a cool tone girly. I am obsessed with this shade right here. It's kind of like a gray color. Oh, it's so good. But I'm gonna take this brush, Makeup by Ariel, and go into that shade. And I'm gonna go a little bit higher than my crease and start to just create some shape. So I'm kind of making my own crease here. I'm not following my natural line because I have hooded eyes and I want to make it seem like my eyes are bigger. How to get started in the gym as a beginner. Keep it so simple. Write out your workouts beforehand. Have a good plan with what you're gonna do. Get a good warm-up in. If you need to, take a friend with you and have them show you the ropes. Planning out in advance is gonna help you so much with the gym anxiety and just wandering around the gym clueless, like what do I do next? Have a gym guide if you wanna follow along something. I have pictures demonstrating and a full gym guide to take you through for 4 weeks. I also have a dumbbell and body only. And speaking of, I've been having some exciting meetings lately, so something will be in the works here very soon. I'm very excited to tell you about it. I know I always say that, but this time, I mean it. I like to take my eyeshadow basically out to my temple almost. You know me, I love my cat eye. I got so many questions also about if I'd get another animal, and I think that's hilarious. Because yes. I also got somebody being like, you should get a cat. And that's so funny because I've been actually thinking about that. I'm gonna go into this top shade up here. I've never been a cat person, so this is really weird coming from me, but I just feel like, one, Stella would get along with a cat. She's very cat-like. She's definitely a cat dog. So I'm taking, sorry, I didn't even tell you what I'm doing. I'm putting it lightly in this corner out here and then kind of out to that corner where I was dragging out the other shadow. Then once I'm out there, I'm gonna connect it up into that crease that I made. The smallest amount, I'm just adding a little bit more darkness to that outer corner. And into the outer corner, take it out, and then connect it into the top. We're looking good, ladies, we're looking good. I'm like, I don't know why, but I could totally see a cat just chilling with us here. I've tried to adopt one multiple times and Chase has shut it down. Rightfully so. We're gonna lighten the lid back up. I'm gonna go into the Master Mattes palette in a little tiny brush. And I love this peach shade up in this top corner. I'm gonna pack it on to my lid and a little bit higher, basically where I was trying to form that new little crease line. And I'm actually gonna take it pretty far over to this outer corner. See how my crease is like right in that line right there under? I'm going right above it. Next question, what do I do with my hair after the workouts without showering? Dry shampoo. I put it up in the shower like this. If I got super sweaty, then I'll actually rinse through with water and then do dry shampoo afterwards. But if it was like an upper body day and I didn't sweat that much, I'll put my hair up and then afterwards put some dry shampoo in and then let my hair just fall down afterwards. I really try to avoid hair styles that I'm like slicking my hair back really tight. That's why I love to do braids or the buns down here so that I can take my hair out afterwards and it's not all messed up in the roots. But dry shampoo is my best friend. My favorite one is the Redken one. They have it, it's like blue. Oh, it smells so good. I have it on my Instagram for sure, in my highlights somewhere. That's pretty much all I like to do to my eyes. I'm gonna add on a little skinny wing now, but I really like to keep the eyes pretty cool toned. If I'm going out to like a night out, I'll add some shimmer onto the lid to make it a little bit more pizzazzy. And for the shimmer, I love the Makeup by Mario's The Shimmer. They don't look like sparkles. It almost looks like your skin is wet, and I love it. This is the roller eyeliner by Benefit. I've been using this for such a long time now. I just always rebuy it. I really love it. When I do this, I look at myself dead on, and I don't even connect it to my brows anymore. I kind of go more just straight out to a little slight tint. So I kind of follow where my eyeshadow stops. I also kind of follow where my eyelashes go. So you can see how they naturally kind of fling out that way. That's what I'm trying to follow. And then across my eyelid, I almost just stamp with the thinnest line ever because I have hooded eyes, so I don't want it to do anything. I'm more just trying to add in that brown in between my lashes almost. I always go sloppy on the sides and we clean it up afterwards. Then we're gonna go in with a little tiny brush and a dark brown shade, and we're gonna smoke out that line a little bit. I don't like it to be super harsh. So lightly where that line is, we're just gonna brush the brown shade right over. And if you ever mess up, it's shadow, so just wings are on. Now it's time to clean it up. I have a little makeup wipe, and we're just gonna go whoop on the side. Boom, now I'm feeling like myself. So I got a couple questions about my OCD that I brought up in my last YouTube vlog. Now we can fill in my brows. This is the Refi pencil. It's so messed up, and I'm gonna lightly carve out underneath and just fill in like little gaps, mainly sticking to the top part of my brow. Brows are filled in. Now I'm gonna take another little tiny brush, or honestly, I'm gonna take the same one and this light cream shade, and I'm going to lightly carve it out right here and just bring back a little bit of that separation. I know it looks scary right now. We blend that again. And that, my friend, is the eye. The eyes are the eyes, whatever. Until the mascara, so we're gonna move on. Now, I love a beautiful glow, but I moved on from the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter to the Say Glow Drop, Glow Goop, whatever, Glowy Super Gel. This is the shade Star Glow. I love it because it's way more lightweight and it almost feels more like skincare, but you still get that pretty glow. Versus Charlotte Tilbury almost felt like a very light coverage foundation. This feels like a serum almost, not even like a moisturizer. Very thin. I do have one friend right here because my period should be knocking on the door any moment now, and I always get hormonal acne in this area. I always just let her run its course. I try not to pick it all. I'm actually really good at that. I never pick my skin. I do pick my skin, but I really try to avoid it when I can. Anyways, foundation today, we're gonna use the Makeup Forever HD Skin. I am light right now, so this is in the shade 1N. Love this foundation. My other favorites are the Giorgio Armani Dior Backstage and the Fenty Skin. There's probably others, but these are just in my makeup bag right next to me. This one is stunning though. It is oil-based, so make sure that all your products that you're using afterwards are oil-based. A good way to tell those things, I was just teaching my friend Hannah this. Oil-based is pretty thick and she's not moving around on your hand. Versus Giorgio Armani, I don't want to waste more product, but would drop on my hand and kind of run down. That's water. This is oil. I'm gonna do about 2 pumps of that. But I got some questions about my OCD and like subtypes and basically everything like that. I still have so much to learn about it and I'm still trying to understand it. So give me a little bit more time before I talk more about it. But it is mainly just mental and intrusive thoughts and falsifying memories and dwelling on memories and just a lot of things like that. I feel like I confused myself with a lot of things in my childhood because I just would remember it wrong, or I wouldn't remember it and then I'd look for clues to like try to problem solve it in my head. Honestly, the best way to describe it is that my thinking just makes me really tired. Like I just always feel like I'm thinking about something or analyzing something, and a lot of things in my life just make a lot more sense. It was funny learning about it because all of my little quirks or like personality traits or things that I thought were just like my thing and like almost like I was gifted for them, I found are like almost symptoms of OCD. And it's just eye-opening and really interesting to learn about, and a lot of things make sense, and I'm really grateful that I am figuring it out, and I know what it is now. It's crazy that I'm teaching my family about what OCD is, yet it's genetic, and I'm just thankful that I'm taking the time to really find out what's going on in my family blood and like what I'm passing on to the next, so I can almost stop it in its tracks and not repeat history. That makes me feel really good about it. But yeah, still lots to learn. This is the Sigma Flat Kabuki F80. Always with my foundation, I'll use a brush, and then I'll go over with a beauty blender to take out all of those little strokes. Do I still do Orange Theory, or is this my full-time now? So this is my full-time now. I'm really excited to start taking social media and everything a lot more seriously. I mean, I didn't coach very often, but I feel like mentally when you're tied to multiple things, you can't fully put yourself 100% into something. So I'm happy that my focus is 100% into Tamara Fitness, and like I said, I have things already planned and coming, brand deals that are in the work that I just am still in disbelief that I even get the opportunity to work with some of these people. I got a lot of people asking my height. I'm 5'4". Just throw it out there. I'm 5'4". I'm gonna go in with my contour. This is my favorite Westman Atelier. I'm gonna go on top of my cheekbones, basically up into my temple, onto my forehead, yeah, onto my forehead, and then right here. I went on so many trips this week, or this month, and I'm honestly shocked I didn't get sick. My voice has been going in and out here and there, but she's doing pretty good. I went to New York with my at-home best friends, and then I went to the desert for one of my friend's birthdays, and then I went to Vegas for another one of my friend's birthdays. I'm just in a friend group, I guess, that they love to travel, and I'm so grateful for it, but I'm so happy to be here this weekend and not moving. I love this brush for contour. It's the Real Techniques, it says 200 on it. I got it from CVS. This is the Chanel Soleil whatever. And we're gonna blend these out together. And I like to mainly blend upwards. And then this line, I blended it back into the hairline. Do you think therapy has actually helped your mental health? I saw that question when it came in, and I read it to Chase, and we both started laughing, because if I didn't go to therapy, I don't even know. I feel like I'd be some crazy person running on the side of the street right now. I'm so grateful that I went to therapy. I'm working through things that I didn't even know that I was going to have to work through, and I feel like I've grown so much in the past couple years. It's honestly mind-blowing, and it shocks myself the way my perception on certain situations have changed. I wouldn't have been able to do that without therapy. I am an overthinker. I will dissect something until there's nothing left in it, even if it's not even real. And so having kind of that mental mediator in front of you to be like, that's not real, this is real, this is the path that you should take, stop focusing on that so much, it's just so helpful. And also you can overthink so much in your head, and you have a trained professional that's gonna tell you exactly what's going on, how to fix these different things in your life. Please go to therapy. I am a huge advocate for it. It changed my life. You have to find the right therapist, because there's a lot of people that just don't click with the therapist and then they give up on it altogether. My mom said that she had to shop around for like 3-4 therapists when she was my age to find one that she really felt like she clicked with. This is the Hourglass blush stick in the shade Devoted. She's a really cute just blush shade. I'm gonna go onto the cheekbones. I just got CO2 laser on my face, and I feel like my skin's mainly healed now. I am really happy with it. I feel like my skin is a lot softer, and the pigmentation is down a lot more. And the downtime wasn't bad, but we didn't do it. I keep dropping everything. We didn't do it too intense, so obviously it'll depend on that. Using that same contour brush, I'm going to blend that blush in, kind of just rocking her around. I find that when I use the same brush to blend my contour, bronzer, and blush, it all just blends together really well in the end, which I guess makes sense when you think about it. I take it pretty close up to my eyes because I do have bags, but I feel like the pink really helps them not show through, and I always do a little dab on my nose as well because I like it to look natural, and why would the sun not hit your nose? Where are my kitchen rugs from? All of my rugs in my apartment are from Ruggable. I love them because they're so easy to clean. You can just roll them up and throw them in your washer. It's like the nicest thing ever. This brush, it's the Sephora 93. Wow, it's really worn in there. And this is the Tower 28 blush in Magic Hour. I love this. And I'm gonna give her a nice little layer on top of all of this. Really make that blush pop. Ooh, onto the forehead, nose, a little bit onto the chin. And then just like the foundation, I'll take my beauty blender and I lightly blend through all of this, so no lines. But yeah, Ruggable is the best. I just switched out the rugs actually in the living room and my bedroom. So before, the bedroom was kind of my clean space, quiet space, and then the living room was the loud and lots of colors and things and stuff like that. And I'm kind of switching the vibe. I'm not gonna make the room as cluttered, but I moved the warmer rug into there, so it's a lot more cozy. I'm adding in some deeper woods, and then I took the striped rug and put it in the living room, and I love it. It made it so much more open, and it just, everything makes a lot more sense, and I'm loving it. We're looking so good, ladies. This is the Radiant Creamy Concealer from NARS, going back to an OG. Shade 2.3, same as the matte one that I was using. We're gonna put some there, and then down to the nose, up onto the side a little bit, if you see that. She's made a noise and the dogs are barking because they think it's somebody outside. A little concealer here, because we're gonna use that to carve it out. Go here, lighten it up. And then I always go here to make it just a little bit extra defined. And then for that pimple, I'm not gonna put the Radiant one on it because we're not trying to make her shine bright like a diamond. We're gonna use the matte one, and might need to just cover her up. What is that? From Kiehl's? Should we open it up? Okay, I'm gonna quickly. Well, he's there. Oh, you're getting it ready?
Hello.
Hey, hi everybody, my name is Leo. So we got high potency serum. Oh, glycolic acid, hyaluronic acid, niacinamide. Niacinamide. Creamy eye treatment, ultra facial cream, and then, oh, fuck yeah, I'm gonna put this in my purse. Their lotion's so bomb. Thank you, Kiehl's. What a stunning surprise. Now that it's been sitting for a moment, we're gonna blend her out with a beauty blender. I got questions about carrots. So if you follow me on Instagram, I've been trying to eat carrots when it gets closer to my period. They're supposed to help lower estrogen. So that will help with cramps, with like PMSing, your mood swings, all of those things. Have I noticed a huge difference? Honestly, I will say the past 2 months have been a little bit better. And I don't know if that's because I've been taking more actions around that time to eat better foods. I'm sure it is, but also mentally just preparing myself and knowing that when it happens, I don't let those thoughts sit for too long or let that anxiety really bother me too much, because I'm like, it's natural. This is just a time that you're gonna go through. It'll pass. You've done it before. You do it each month. I feel like has been making a little effect on it. Our creams are locked in, ladies. Now we're gonna take this guy, Makeup by Ariel, and our Airbrush Polish Filter in shade 1. And we're gonna set the under eyes. Definitely right here. Basically all the places you don't want your contour, or not contour, your bronzer and a blush to stick to. Like, we want to keep this area light. How to see results at home. That is completely doable as long as you are challenging yourself. I would always say in my Orange Theory classes, again, if it's not challenging you, it's not changing you. You need to be applying work. If you're just coming in doing something that feels easy breezy, you're not gonna put enough tension on your muscles for them to tear and rebuild to a greater size. That's the science of it. When you work out, you are literally tearing, doing all these little micro tears in your muscle, and then they rebuild and get a little bit stronger and bigger. As long as you're creating that tension at home, whether it's bands, weight, adding on reps, whatever it may be, you'll see results. Ignore this. Thank you, Stella. The Hoola bronzer in Benefit, I've been liking it because it's cool toned. And I'm going to dab on top of my cheekbone and then up onto my forehead. But don't dabbing. Oh my gosh, that just scared me so bad. And I always bring my bronzer down on my neck. Tips for training abs. I get a lot of ab questions. One, my abs are genetic. This is the way my body is. I have a long torso. It's easier for my abs to show than other people. Genetics, genetics, genetics. Number 2, I actually don't have full ab days. I'll throw them in occasionally, but Mainly my ab exercises are my core strength in each of my compound movements or upper body or lower body. My core is constantly in lock during all those exercises. By the end, my core is also fatigued, just like how my legs and my upper body are. I love to throw in a little burner ab exercise or routine at the end of a workout, but mainly that's pretty much it. I don't spend a lot of time on my core because it's already getting so much time throughout all the other exercises. Bronzer's on, we're going into blush. This is the Charlotte Tilbury in Ecstasy. Oh my gosh, what did I just throw? Oh, bronzer. Here she is, she's very cute. How not to get a camel toe. Don't wear underwear. I have never worn underwear with my leggings. I'm gonna focus this on the top of my cheekbone, into that temple area, and also kind of into that under eye. Yeah, I never wear underwear. I'm gonna wear my leggings one time and one time only, so there's not really a point in adding in an extra layer. Let her breathe a little bit. I'm gonna take these two shades in this Hourglass palette. Just deepen it up a little bit in that corner. Anxiety, mental health, depression in a relationship. Number one thing is communication. You gotta tell them what you're feeling, being able to communicate it, being able to swallow that frustrating or those little mini freakouts that you feel and be like, I'm about to freak out, give me a second. Being able to communicate is such a huge thing when it comes with mental illness because, look, I've had my days where I'm not the nicest person. I'm going through it. I feel super, super grumpy and everything like that. It's one thing to act like that and then move on with the rest of my day and expect everybody else to cater to me or leave my actions without any resolvement, whatever it may be. That's not taking accountability for your actions. If I ever have a hard day, I will, one, explain I'm having a really hard day today. Two, I will apologize in advance. I'm sorry if I act a certain way or snap for whatever reason. It's not you, it's me. I'm just going through something and I'm going to try to work on it. And three, if you do have a hard day, afterwards, communicate and be like, thank you so much for being there for me. I understand that it's also hard for you. Acknowledge the other person in the relationship. I'm so grateful Chase has decided to stay by my side in so many of these situations, but I have to understand it's not hard for only me. It's also hard for him as well. So just be very open-minded and selfless at times when it comes to those things. We got our powders on, we got our eyes on. Now I'm gonna do our mascara. Go-to mascara for literally the longest time now has been Sky High. Where are my mirrors from? The one in my bedroom is from Chase's salon, and then the one in our living room is from Urban Outfitters. Once I get a glare, I do a little swoop through with a spoolie to get those chunky chunks out. Other eye, oh my gosh, I hate this part so much. What's my zodiac sign? I am Sun in Leo, rising Sagittarius, moon in Aquarius. I get along with, this year, Pisces and Geminis. So many. I'll be so sad if this video is in slow motion. I've been taking so many videos and they all come out in slow motion. I probably should have checked that before I started filming this entire thing. I've been getting better, but I still do get a little bit of mascara on my lid. So I just wait for my eyes to dry. Let's move into the lips. How has been being off birth control been for you? The best thing ever. This is Charlotte Tilbury in the size Super Size Me. I want to just do a little line on the outside. But I went off birth control over a year ago because I felt like I was literally losing my mind, and that went away almost instantly. And then I feel like I kind of went through another puberty almost. Like my chest triples, quadruples its size when it comes to my time of the month, and it used to never be like that. And now it's honestly crazy. It's fun though, because like I have Yetis for like couple weeks. But also I know a lot of people are going off birth control right now. Don't just hop off of it because everybody's doing that. Talk to your doctor first and make sure it's a good option for you. I was on it for such a long time and then I started having these effects, and so that's why I started questioning it and decided to take myself off of it. Make sure it's actually something that you need to do and you're being very, very smart about it because you're not on birth control anymore, babe. These are all my favorites. We have Tower 28. She's the best thing ever. Co-Sauce Wet, and then Tower 28 again. Where's my favorite Tower 28 shade? That is super cruel. My favorite Tower 28 shade is the shade Pistachio. It's lovely, but what I've been liking to do lately is taking the Rare Beauty blush. This is the shade Believe. Using it almost as a lip stain. Do you see how pretty that is? It like melts into your lips so perfectly. I love doing this. I'm gonna add a little bit of gloss. This is the Tower 28 in the shade XOXO. It's like very hot pink. A little bit of shine to it. Now that the lips are on, I'm going to set. This is a Professional setting powder, or setting spray from Benefit. Let that dry before dabbing it in. What would your 2 to 5 years ago self say about you now? I really like that question. I think she'd honestly be shocked. 2 years ago, I was starting to do what I was doing, but 5 years ago, she would have been so shocked. She would be so excited, but so shocked. She'd be like, holy shit, bitch, you did everything that you said you were gonna do. You have the dog, you're doing your social media, you support yourself and your family. Like, I'm doing all of the things that I wanted to do for so long. And then I lightly dab. I'm gonna go shove my face with chips and guac. I cannot wait. What am I most proud of recently? How confident I felt with my personality. I feel like it's coming out in a lot of different ways. I've really been enjoying editing my TikTok videos and making those little videos and showing my personality that way. I feel like my fashion is really starting to evolve and I'm trying new things and different things. Also with makeup, I just have a really good time doing makeup. I'm just proud of the personality, like I said, proud of my personality for coming through and shining. That's pretty much it. I hope you guys like it. Try it. Let me know how you like it or try it. If you liked today's video, please like it and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys all next time. Mwah.